Hi, this is my video on the Neewer 2-in-1 extendable selfie stick, monopod and tripod stand. And that is a bit of a mouthful saying all of that. Now, I have picked this up from Amazon for $15.99 and there was no deals on this at all. Now I'll go around the box. At the front it says mobile phone sense and Neewer, and it has a picture of the actual monopod stroke tripod and the selfie stick at the front holding a phone, or it looks like maybe even a tablet, how it looks there. And it says retractable, and it has a retractable length of 40 millimeters. Now that cannot be right, but it says 40/160 millimeters, and it says here 3 contractions, whatever that means. And on the side here, at the side, it has, and I'll try and get that in shot, it has tripod design, selfie stick mode, 180-degree turn angle of your phone, and it says rotary expansion design. Now on the back here has a picture of the actual how it looks when it's all positioned as a selfie stick, and the words Neewer, and the same again with mobile sense. Now this is what you get in the box from the Neewer 2-in-1 extendable selfie stick monopod tripod stand. Now just for the rest of the video I'm just going to call this the Neewer 2-in-1 just for short, because the name of this thing is absolutely long. So just for the video I'll call it the Neewer 2-in-1. Now what you get in there in the 2-in-1, you get a nylon bag, which you get a drawstring bag. I'll put that to the side. And this is the 2-in-1, and I'll state it again, it's supposedly a monopod and, well, monopod stroke selfie stick and a tripod. And I have to say folks, this thing is big, so I'm gonna measure it in front of you to show you how long it is retracted down like this. Now I'm measuring it and it's 16 inches or 40 centimeters when retracted down. So I don't know why they've got on there for millimeters, because millimeters would make it something like that. So I don't know why they've got it like that, but it's 40 centimeters in length when it's broken down like that. Now I'll go through from top to bottom. The top part here is a plastic adjustable head with a 1/4-inch screw thread on there and a rubber platform on there, and that's a very big platform that is. And now I reckon this could probably most likely hold DSLR cameras on there. Okay, it's a very wide platform, and obviously a self-adjusting thread underneath here, turn. And for the actual head here, we have a thumb screw here, which is in notches, which can go the 180 degrees, what they said. And then we have the actual selfie stick part here, the stem, and I'll show you that later on in the video when it's fully out. And that's made of aluminium, and looking at it, it has white accents on there. So that's that part. And now we have the legs, and the legs here are made of metal. They're all metal with these kind of studs that look like brass in between on each leg, and we have cross members on there as well to give it more stability. And the legs at the end are rubber, so we have rubber pads at the bottom of this. Now even holding it in my hands, and I've got medium-sized hands, that is quite thick to hold, absolutely quite thick to hold. But at the top part of the legs here, we have a locking screw here to lock that into place. And here we have, by the stem here, just a little picture to show you how to lock the selfie stick and unlock it. Now, I hope I've got this all in shot. Now, this thing is long. It is absolutely long for a selfie stick tripod and monopod. So I'm gonna say, right, this is what I'm gonna say. I don't take the overall measurements that manufacturers give, because they give a measurement from the bottom and to the top, sorry about that, to the top. So I actually, when I measure selfie sticks and action poles, I measure from where the handle is, because you're going to lose some inches, and with this, the handle is just literally these big legs, so you're not losing that much anyway on there. So my measurements go from, I'd say, the top of the legs here, stroke handle, to the bottom of the platform stroke mount, and between these 2 points, if I can get them on the camera, is 45 inches. So this is 45 inches long, excluding the legs and excluding the actual platform at the top. So it's a very, very long selfie stick or stroke Neewer 2-in-1. What I've done is I've retracted it down a bit to get close to the camera. Now, it has a double seam on this. One at the front, one at the back, running all the way through it, apart from the last section. And it opens out in 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. It opens out to. The only thing I don't like with this, one thing I don't like with this, is these ring or accents, white accents that they got on there. Why do these manufacturers make these poles or stroke rods or stems for these selfie sticks and leave them in that colour? They should just leave them in black. It would look better in black, far better in black. And this is what I said before. It's a twist motion to lock this in place. So you pull out, you turn it clockwise to lock it, anti-clockwise to retract it down. Now, because it shows on the box that, and I think that was an iPad, so I'll show you an iPad mount you can buy for this. It does not come with any mounts, so you just get the actual 2-in-1 with it, and that's it. So you get the 2-in-1 in the box, you don't get a mount. So this is a mount that you can buy. You can get this from off eBay or Amazon. It's made by Elanzi, and it is made out of metal, and it's a nice phone mount with a 1/4-inch thread at the bottom, and you can place that on this platform if you're going to use your phone to take pictures. And also you're going to have to buy a generic shutter button. Now, I have done videos of previous selfie sticks that have a generic shutter button, and you can buy them for around about £3 to £4, and I'll quickly show you one. Now, that is a generic shutter button, and this is also made by Neewer. So you can pick this up from Amazon for around just under £4. At the time when I bought this, it was around £4. Now you need to buy one of them, and as I said again, one of these phone mounts. You don't have to buy this Lulanzi one, which is made out of metal. You can buy cheaper plastic ones which are spring loaded. This isn't spring loaded. It uses a screw and you adjust it and then tighten it. So you have to buy them if you're going to use your phone with this particular 2-in-1. Now, because the platform is that wide and this thing is so strong with these big legs on there, you can get away having an iPad on there and just turn this into a simple iPad stand. And what you'd need to get is an iPod mount similar to this. Now you can pick these up from Amazon and eBay, and you're looking round about a £5 upwards for one of these. Now these stands come in various sizes. This one only fits for iPad minis, and up to, I think it's up to an 8-inch tablet as well. So that's how big that mount is, that it can support this iPad. Now if you want to fix your action camera to this particular tripod, you're going to have to get one of these. You're going to have to get one of these, which is a GoPro style 1/4-inch thread tripod mount, and it will look like that. Now you can get various different shape ones. They basically have the same shape at the top, but various different styles, anywhere from these cheap plastic ones that you can get to actual aluminium ones and metal ones that you can get from other companies. So you're looking at a price range of anywhere between 99p to up to £6, probably even more than that. It depends what kind of material you want out of it. Now this one is a Lanzi one, and this one only cost me £3 for this one. And you need one of them to attach to here, like so. And then you attach your GoPro to it. Let me just tighten that one down. Tighten it down, singe it down, that's it. And now you've got your GoPro on the end of this, and I hadn't even got it fully extended out. I'll extend it out fully. That's it. That's it. I knew I didn't have it fully extended out. Now you can have your GoPro extended out to this if you want it to. Otherwise, you can have it just standing up, and I'll show you shots of that in a minute, and just on the stand. Now this is how this Neewer 2-in-1 looks when it's fully extended off the ground. And I'm about 5'6", and I've got the iPad mini mount on here, just to show you, just to make it more visible to you, because if I put a GoPro on there or a phone, you could just about, because of the distance of the camera away from it, it would be just tiny on there. So I'm just showing you with my iPad how tall this thing is. Now the actual top of the mount comes here. Actual top of the platform where you put the mounts on comes about here. And as I said, I'm 5'6", so it is tall. The base where the feet stand on, the base where the feet are is about that wide, so it's almost the width of my body. So it's quite a big footprint it places on the ground. Now, personally, you're going to most likely have your action camera on here, or it could take an action camera, and it can take small DSLRs and also mirrorless cameras on there. If you're going to have something like that on there, please bring yourself a meter long length of string and tether it, because even though it's this height, the higher it goes, the more wobble it's going to give, especially outdoors. Indoors it's not too bad, but outdoors just be careful. Now I've taken it down just below halfway point, and I still have to be on my knees like this to it. It's still quite tall, but it's more stable. And as I said, if you're going to use this outside, I'd have it round about this length, tell you the truth, then rather high up. So as you can see, especially the feet here, the spread of the feet is quite wide. They can go a little bit wider. All you've got to do is make this adjustment on this screw here and push down more on the feet, and it can spread out a little bit more, but I've just kept it in this position for now, just for showing you guys. Now, as for the top, I've got my GoPro Hero 7 on there, and just to show you the 180 degree that it goes to, you simply loosen the screw and that's it. You can go 180, well 180 that way, basically it's 180 in either direction, and you can get that kind of 180 on there. And as I said, it is notched, so it's not a smooth action, it's quite notchy on there when you do that. But all in all, for indoor use, the footprint on this is just brilliant. It's very wide base. It'd be brilliant for indoors. Outdoors, it'd be good for that, but just be careful. And for God's sake, bring that piece of string, tether that. Now, this is my 2p worth of the Neewer Extendable Selfie Stick Stroke Monopod and Tripod. That is a hell of a long name. Now, if you're looking for something like a stand, this is quite good for the price for a stand. For a monopod facility of it, it is okay. It's not like a proper monopod, that's why I don't know why they mentioned that in there, but it's not like a proper monopod, it's something similar to it. So for that kind of respect, it's so-so. For a stand, it's brilliant. For a monopod, it's so-so. For a selfie stick, the length is really good, I give it that. The base is, to me, is a little bit too big, but if you're going to put a GoPro on there, you most likely won't see this on there. Now, I might get questions asked, how about having a 360 camera? I wouldn't bother. Even if you've got the Insta 361, which is a thick kind of camera, 360 camera, it still shows up on there. I've done it, I've tried it. This shows up either side of the camera, so it ain't worth it. And if you've got the Insta 361X, don't even consider getting this because it will show up. Now, I don't know with the GoPro Max if it would show up on there. I really don't know because I don't have that kind of camera. But if the body is as thick as the Insta 361, this will show up, or that will show up. So for 360 cameras, I don't think this is that good for them. It needs to be a lot thinner on top. But for your mirrorless cameras, this can hold it, but not fully outstretched. So do not, if you're going to put a mirrorless camera on there, I suggest go between halfway to 3/4 of the way. Don't go to the last tier on this. I wouldn't go to the last section. I'd just keep it under that last section if you're going to put a mirrorless camera on there. Now, if you're going to put your phone on there, remember you're going to have to buy the phone mount and you've got to go and buy a shutter button. So bear that in mind. But for your phone, it'll be all right. And as you see, for your iPad, it'll be all right. But don't have it out fully stretched. So wouldn't have it out fully extended. I'd say, again, 3/4 of the way if you're outside. If you're indoors, then you're okay, as long as people don't go near it. So if you don't go near it and you have it fully extended indoors, then you're all right. If people start going around it, there's a slight wobble to this. Even though the base of this opens out quite wide, there is a slight wobble when fully extended out. Now, as for the build quality on this, I would say is fair to good for the build quality. The actual stem part here is built solid, I have to give it that. The legs are not too bad. They're made out of, to me, they're made out of metal. The metal legs, but not solid. They're not solid. They're kind of a bit tinny. So beware of that. So beware of that. But for, as I said, the build quality is fair to good around there. I like how it's got these extra members here, which gives it a more adequate strength and stability. That's great. But as in general, I would purposely use this for a stand, to tell you the truth, rather than anything else. I would really use this as a stand, because to me, this is what this thing is more suitable for than being a monopod or being a selfie stick. Now I'll quickly go through some negatives. The first negative, and it's a big one to me, is this to me isn't a selfie stick. It's more of a stand than a selfie stick, right? So that's a negative. It's because of the absolute size of it. It's more suited as a stand. So that's one. The other negative is, even though these feet are made out of a metal, it's a very tinny metal, right? They're not flimsy. I give it that. They're not flimsy because how they're constructed and with the vein in there to give it more adequate strength, but they do feel a bit tinny. So that's something you have to bear in mind. Another negative is the actual platform. If you're going to put, you can't put 360 cameras on top of this. It's just not suited for it at all. You could put a GoPro on there, but the GoPro absolutely looks tiny compared to the whole of this. It's really, really tiny. So that's one negative, if you want to call it a negative. Another one is the plastics that's used up here. Even though they feel a bit solid and whatever, but it's plastic. Really, this construction part should have been in metal rather than plastic. And the accents or color that they use between each section, this white color, that should have been in black. I don't know why manufacturers don't make these sections in black to match with the actual stem. It would have been brilliant, and it makes it more stealth-like, and even give a kind of impression that it's more quality or worth more or costs more. When you stick this kind of white color on there, it gives a sense of being cheap. So I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why Neewer didn't do that at all. Now I'll quickly run through the positives. The legs, the spread out of the legs, that's a positive. You can make that adjustment with the legs to keep them in place. That's a positive. For indoor use, this is brilliant to take your shots, providing you don't extend it fully. Well, you can extend it fully, but you've got to watch out people are not near it, or too many people near it, because it does wobble. But the height it gives, that's a good advantage. It's one of the highest selfie sticks then, tripods ever come across. This is one of the highest. The actual materials used, the aluminium to make this stem, and the strength of it is really good. I like that. That's brilliant, and there's no bend in it, so that's a plus there. So that's a good positive. And the price is not too bad for what you're getting. But if you're looking for a stand, and I'll say this again, if you're looking for a stand, this to me is more of a stand, especially if you're going to use your iPad. If you wanted a good stand for your iPad, it's not too bad using this. Now, if you've got this Neewer 2-in-1, please let us know down in the comment section what you thought about it, because your opinions may be different to mine. Just to let everybody know, so just leave a comment down in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I understand. Thanks for watching, and oh yes, please subscribe. Oh, and one more thing. I knew I was going to miss something. One more thing, the weight. The weight of this is 320 grams. Okay, thanks for watching.